welcome to another episode of That's Right. I'm your host, Chris Voss. Today it is my pleasure to welcome Kimberly Ku. Kimberly is a hematologist and oncologist. Kimberly, welcome to That's Right.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you for having me.
All right, my pleasure. So, is it a ridiculous idea if you share with our viewers a little bit about what you do and your journey to getting to what you do?
Sure. Probably you get this a lot from doctors, actually. But I wanted to be a doctor from a young age, probably more like an academic doctor. And I liked reading and researching and articles and publishing and lab work. But then in college, I had a friend and classmate who died of cancer. And that actually changed me quite a bit. So now I'm more on this very enterprising sort of a physician trajectory where now I am a physician partner. And also when I take care of patients, I feel like there's a relationship there that I need to go much deeper. In fact, I joined the Black Swan for that reason. I just felt like I needed to have better quality relationships.
To connect more.
Yeah.
All right, so what are some common challenges your patients face?
All of them come in afraid, and that's very natural because our building says cancer on it.
Right.
And they never really expected this to happen to them. So I actually learned from you to just go ahead and label that right away. In medical school, we learn to start out with open-ended questions, but I learned that just makes it worse for them. Like, how are you doing today? That's really a bad thing to do actually for them. So I'll just say, probably this is not how you wanted to spend your Friday with a cancer doctor. And that starts to build a little bit of trust.
All right, so labeling is one of the strategies you use to help understand them, diagnose what they're feeling. What are some of the other strategies you use?
I also really like just mirroring, because when I'm listening to them, I find they have a lot of things to say that come from a very fearful place. And I'm really not wanting to take up the valuable time and space. I want to be very much giving them room to feel like they're telling me about themselves. And so I'll just make even sometimes little noises like they say, oh, and I'll be like, oh.
Yeah, minimal encouragers, right? Yeah, very good. All right, so are you against sharing a time when you communicated a particularly difficult situation with one of your patients using tactical empathy?
I'm not against it all. I have a lot of these types of cases because it's so emotional. So patients may come in already feeling like they have some preconception, and it's really difficult to be able to go from them being afraid to us building a trust bond immediately. Sometimes they even lash out in very not productive type of ways. And I actually spend a lot of tactical empathy, even just keeping my own triggers in check and labeling my own feelings and keeping that to myself. And then using mirroring as a way to try to show them that we're going to just kind of like bring the energy down just a little bit without making them feel too condescended, that maybe they're a little bit too high up and we need to just come down a little bit. And sometimes that can be very difficult in that no matter how many times we try to have a productive conversation, they probably weren't ever really going to accept like things like, I think you're going to die in a few days. Like that's very hard for them to have to accept something like that. Even if I use a lot of, probably this is going to make me seem really harsh. you might want to take that pen and stab me with it. I'll use these tools, and sometimes it's still not enough. And I think the tough part is sometimes they really do die very quickly. And then I try to learn from that and try to help other patients by improving my skills. And I actually learn for those patients who are, quote unquote, a little bit maybe less complicated, I actually have better relationships with them and realize the opportunity costs where I was assuming I was doing a good job, but I could actually do even better.
Yeah, so by getting better, you've actually found that you've taken your relationships to another level that you didn't even know was there.
That's right.
All right, well, speaking of that's right, people say that's right when they believe that they've been heard and understood. And I'm sure there have been some that's rights moments that you've accomplished, either in your personal life or with your patients. Are you against telling me about one of those specifics?
Yeah, I'd be happy to share, because I sometimes am still wondering if it's a that's right. Probably the reason I'm wondering is because it's not an encouragement for me, it's encouragement for the patient. So for example, they'll start confessing. That's kind of how I know that they probably are starting to trust me now.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll say, I wasn't really sure I wanted to come see you. I actually looked you up, and I've looked up other people too, and it was a toss-up. And I think of it like, okay, they're saying this because they are okay with me to share this with me. They don't think I'm going to get offended. And that was what I was trying to establish from the beginning when I said, probably this is not the place you want to be on a Friday, or like, they can tell me the things that scare them, and I'm not going to judge them or push them away. So I think that's right, that they're not trying to reassure me. They're trying to just tell me the truth, because they think I'm going to just tell them the truth.
Yeah, you're creating the gateways so they can be honest with you. They can open up. All right, so Dr. Kim, how do people, if they want to learn more about you, they want to follow up with you, they want to understand how to work with you, how do you want them to get in touch with you?
Yeah, I have a work website they can go on, and it actually has a video of me talking about why I wanted to become a doctor and losing my friend. And then they can also go on Facebook.
What's the website?
It's through Illinois Cancer Care, and then it'll have a hashtag with my name.
IllinoisCancerCare.com? Is that it?
Correct.
And then there's a hashtag with your name, your full name?
Kimberly Ku.
Kimberly Ku. Spell Ku?
Ku.
Ku. Okay. And that's where they can find you. They want to follow up. They want to learn about you. And you're on Facebook also?
Yes. And I try to provide a lot of updates there. So if they want to know all the different things that I'm still very academically inclined about, like I still do a lot of research, publications. I love traveling, meeting new people. So I'll post a lot of my collaborations.
A lot of cool stuff on Facebook.
Yeah.
Kimberly Ku, anything special there? Is that just it? Kimberly Ku?
Kimberly Ku.
All right.
Yeah.
You have been delightful. Thank you for being here today. That's really good stuff. And I know that people who listen to it are going to feel like they learned a lot from it.
I really appreciate you, Chris.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure.
You.